Yeah. Hello, people joining in. We are live today and we are planning on doing temporality, or how time is divided in our Conlang for villages. Now, on Monday, after the stream, let's see what I can't remember. Oh yeah, Shu mentioned going cyclical, so having a cyclical system using the base numbers, and Kat showed us that they have certain that the days are divided up a certain way. So we could use this in our construction of our Conlang. So, hello, Kat. Before we get into this part, let us first figure out our macro time divisions. So, days, months, years, decades, so on and so forth. Which I think I will create more over here. Oh, and one final thing. I am changing this thing here by year stack, because we can count over 100 in our language, or we should be able to. So when you're counting exactly stacks, you don't need a measure word. When counting exact stacks only by is needed if it's over a stack. Someone pointed this out to me while I was creating this system, and I don't know why I didn't listen to that, because yeah, having a hard limit on numeral systems like that, well, I don't think doesn't happen, is probably extremely rare. And so, yeah, just a slight change there. Now, merge that. Time divisions. So, obviously, we are going to have a day and a month, as those are easily trackable within Minecraft. Sun, moon, the sun goes up and down, the moon changes, it's either waxing, full, waning, or new. So there's that. And then we could also split the day up into fourths as well. So you could have morning, evening, or after morning, evening / afternoon, early night, late night. So we could also do something like this, or if we really wanted to, we could, and this actually probably be a good idea, to have midnight, can't type, evening, and noon. So our general division of time could look something like this. And of course, like we do in English, we could have smaller, even smaller divisions within those themselves. But I think that there is good enough for now. And then we could also break up the month again into 4 sections, similar to how it is generally 4 weeks within English. I think every 7 Minecraft moon. Uh, bu- 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 So it has 8 phases. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How long does a phase last? So that is true. But not all of them. I mean, there are nitwits. God knows what they do in the middle of the night. But yeah, we could just have night. That does give us a 4 time division, so we're keeping in line with the powers of 2. We could, so then for a month, that feels more like a week. So maybe instead of month, a week. And that is divided up into 8 days, and that basically gives us our day names for names of the week. So that just matches with the full waning gibbous, waning half, waning quarter. I took astrology. Why do I? Okay, so maybe we start with new moon is the start of the week, followed by forced quarter, waxing gibbous. What is the etymology of gibbous? I am spelling it wrong, okay. From Middle English gibbous, Latin gibbus. Huh. That is... Yeah, I can see why we call it a gibbous now. Wait, whoops. Waxing crescent. Waxing gibbous. full moon waning gibbous. But they are interesting rabbit holes. They're language rabbit holes. No, not third waxing, a third quarter waning crescent. That's why it looked so wrong. There is a C there. Ha 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 ha. Stupid French and English. Crescent. Crescent. There's an A. Nope. So that is good. And so we have our somewhat macro time divisions. And I think those are the only one we can actually base off of the regular cycle. I think. I don't know if there are any other cycles within Minecraft. The stars are just a backdrop that always follow yeah, it doesn't seem like the stars have a cycle to them. So I just had a thought because so we'll bring back morning, but we'd also have dawn, dusk. No, I do want that there. Dusk, early night, midnight, late night. And so, well, yes, why would they have a division of night if they are asleep? But if they created one for cultural purposes, or because they are a society of fictional people being created by me, and they want to keep things nice and aligned in a base 8 number system, they can have that divided up like that. So the day starts at dawn or sunrise. Yes, very funny. I'm laughing at my own thing. Dusk or sunset. So the cycle goes like that. And now, I think there would be larger cycles still. Because if you think about it, even languages near the equator, which don't experience the seasons the same way as they do up north or south, but still have roughly equal hour days, they still have larger cycles in use. based off maybe some natural phenomenon, or maybe a huh. That is an interesting idea. Let me save it in the notes. So just gonna save that up there. There are constellations, yes. Which is why I said they can be based off of natural phenomenon. But they don't have to be or aren't always. If someone could find a Wikipedia page of time divisions in cultures and languages, then we can look more into how they do it for non-natural based time divisions. Track the wind direction. Well, that would make sense for seafaring peoples, but I don't know how well that would work in Minecraft, where I don't think there's any wind. Unless you have the natural disasters mod, in which case you have a lot more than just wind. But yeah. So, track the growth of... Oh, yeah. That... I realized that it wasn't about Minecraft. I was just making a dumb little joke. Maybe track the growth of crops. How consistent is the growth of crops? I mean, that would fall under, like, I think it takes like 4 Minecraft days for a crop to grow, so that'd be half a week. Crops. Yeah, do they each have a different... Okay, crop farming. Growth rate. So, yeah, they... It is random, but on average, it seems like it takes about 3 to 4 days for a crop to fully grow. So that probably won't be great for... Is it? Does it say just crops there? Wheat, bamboo. How long does it take for a villager to mature? Oh god. I used to know this off the top of my head because I was annoyed with creating a villager breeder and just looking it up all the time, so I forced myself to memorize it. Where... Farming. Okay. Each plant grows on average every 204 seconds. It can grow up to 16 feet tall, so on average 204 times 16, then divide that by 60 is 54 minutes. So roughly around the same time as regular crops to grow. Oh, I completely forgot about your question. Okay, so that's just giving me multiplexing, which I don't think. Let's see if we can walk this out through. No, I want the Wikipedia article for a day. There we go. Let's see if I can figure out the terminology or study of temporal division through ba 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 ba. Calendar systems. Oh god, I feel so stupid. Yes, you guys are. Unit of time. That is the proper terminology for it. Thank you guys so much. I feel so stupid. So I don't think we're gonna have to worry about leap years or days, as we don't really have years. Egyptian calendar. Temporal divisions does sound a lot cooler. A lot cooler than unit of time. You know what? I'm just gonna call it that from now on. Okay. So, unit of time. That is a lot. So historically, many units of time are measured, defined by the movements of astronomical objects. So, I mean, we could, but yeah, oh, you are right. You can get a regular flow with comparators, observers. So we can factor that into our micro units when we figure those out. So let me just So these are macro units. Oh. There we go. My fingers are too fast for my brain. And then over here we can have micro units. Ticks. So yes, we can probably use those, and then back to units of time. Yeah, so this is sun-based. The year was the time for the Earth to revolve around the sun. Moon-based, the month was based on the moon's orbital period. And then solar lunar bases would combine the two to create years and months. Earth base, the time it took for the Earth to rotate on its axis, that's the day slash week. Celestial sphere, that is stellar time. Well, we will have different dialects of our language, no? So maybe the swamp villagers, before they went extinct or died out, had different terms for the days of the week. So, do they have, are there any? I remember reading about people who kept a large unit of time based on a certain something, but I can't remember it. It does seem, though, that most larger units of time are based on multiples of older units of time. So a century is 100 years, an Olympiad is 4 years, though that is kind of based on the leap year. A lustrum, oh, there's something. In early Roman times, the interval between censuses. And then indiction, the interval for taxation assessments. Are we gonna have taxation in our, will the villagers have taxation? I've always viewed them more as a small communist group, sharing everything and anything. But for larger units of time, I think we will end up having to do something like a month is, that's okay. Yes, I did just say communist villagers, and not that stupid Russian Chinese communism either. No, like actual Marxism. Yeah. But we also keep track of larger units that don't really make sense as well. No? So wouldn't they have milestones for stuff like that? Like in English, we have a year, which is based off, the sun/moon. But we also have a decade, which is 10 years. But there's nothing marking or measuring the decade aside from the original measurement of the year and the fact that we have a base 10 counting system, giving it some artificial importance. So I feel like they would have things based off that. So like a month might be 4 weeks for them. And then expand that, a year, or what we would call a year, would be 4 weeks, and then a year would be something like 8 months. 8 or 16 months. Or we could have a larger thing that we don't really have in English. I don't think there's an official term for it, at least. Units. Unit of time. Is there a term for exactly 2 years? No, there doesn't seem to be. Yeah, it's kind of like the Mayan calendar, how they have that huge cyclical repeating calendar. A bi-year, let's call it, which will be 2 years, and then a biennium. Did you just make that up? Please tell me you just made that up, because that is beautiful. Oh my god, that is an actual term. And of course, it's used in fiscal calculations, of course. Biennial. Okay, so biennium. Biennium. You cannot escape money in this world. It is everywhere. Especially those stupid businessmen. Anyway, so we have month, year, and I feel like at this point, we would stop doing our smaller increments and we would start having the huge leaps. So, like, decades would be 8 biennium. Millennium would be 8 decades. So on and so forth. Which each one being 8 of the last. And then we can have different terms if we ever feel like a group of villagers would have a stack of... I'm sorry. I saw that comment and my immediate thought was Phoenix SC. Just holding a stack of years, and every time you place them down, 365 days passed in game. That is just, someone needs to make that a meme and get it to Phoenix SC so he can create that in Minecraft. Because that would be amusing as all hell. Anyway, so I think we have it for our macro units. This seems good enough to y'all, right? So you tried texting me on Discord, Congress. You shouldn't text me on Discord when I'm... Okay, so... Gee, I wonder how many days this would be. So 8 days times 4 is 32. 32 times 8. 32 times 8 is 256. Which... Okay, so... This is 32 days. 256 days. 256 times 2, 512. 512 days. Anyone remember that app that used to be all the rage? 2048, where you combine lesser numbers to create bigger ones. 8. 512 times 8. 512 times 8. Yeah, 496. Stir. 4096, not 400. And then times that by 8 times 8 equals. And I think that is, yeah, that will be large enough for our purposes now. We're going to need to actually create terms for these. Why? It's always only when I stream that thing appears. And I keep forgetting to go update it because it never appears except during my stream. Ah! Okay. So we have our larger macro units. Now our micro units. I know these are technically micro units, but I think they work better as partial macro units. So macro units, micro units now, which means we can probably also incorporate some of this into it. No? I have to figure out exactly what part of the... So this is morning. So these parts are... So dawn, morning, noon, afternoon/evening. Then these two here would be dusk / and then going into night. Which makes sense. So we could probably use these then as the words for certain parts of the day, as we're already kind of divided the time around these points. So ticks, how many ticks a second? How many ticks in a Minecraft day, actually? Wow! Huh. That's, one Minecraft tick is 0.05 seconds. So you're gonna need, 20 seconds. That's gonna... No, that's gonna break our perfect base 2 system. Gosh darn it. Okay, I guess we are going to have to 24,000th of a day, and that is a tick. That is our smallest unit of time. Redstone runs on a tick, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Oh, one redstone tick equals 2 game ticks. Which means there would be 12 thousandths of a day, because our villagers probably measure time by the redstone tick. So oh, see ya, Congress. Oh, we gotta try getting the realm up tomorrow before I stream Friday. Are you still there? I'll message him later. Anyway, so a tick is 1/12,000th of a day. And then probably something like 60 ticks per gosh, I am not good at doing math on the spot. So 60 ticks for 1/12 of a day would be something like a minute. So 60 ticks per. Then I divide both sides by 60. It is possible, but I feel like they would go off the base observer tick. No? Yeah, I think they would go off the base. Yeah. So would that be 6? There's a reason I'm a linguistic major and not a math major. So that'd be 1/200th of a day. And then since we're at... I am a linguistics major. I'm currently on break from school though, because the pandemic killed me. Physically and mentally. But I'll be going back to school next year. I'm also going to be minoring in anthropology. So yeah, trying to get out of doing as much math as possible. But now, since we're at 200, we can once again start dividing stuff by base 2. So an hour could be something... Yeah, you'd probably get along with my brother. Oh, ooh. An hour could be 40 minutes out of a day. Wait, does... Not multiples of 2, powers of 2. See, there's a reason I'm not a math major. Five. So that'd be 5 hours a day. So maybe 20 minutes an hour. That's 10. I don't know why I'm doing that. That is obvious even to me. So 1/10 of a day, which is 20 minutes. And then I don't feel like we need any more than that. But what if instead of 30 ticks, it was 40 ticks? So 1 by 40, that would be 1/300th of a day. In real life, yes, but we're not trying to equate their time to ours. Our goal here is to create a time system inside of the game. And so we're using ticks as our base. And then going up from there. If that makes sense, Tonic. So then 300 divided by oh, that is real weird. The problem here is that 12,000 doesn't really work in a base 8 system. So, can we... 20 ticks, that would be 1/600, and then 600 divided by 20. 600 divided by 20, that would be 30? Yeah, that would be 30. So it would be weird that the day would be divided into 30ths or 30 chunk hours. We could have one final chunking of a bi-hour, which is just 2 hours. Bringing that down to 15. Hello, Yulif. Allegrea Supremacy. I'm always so excited when I find people who know what that font is. Okay, and I think that there is a good enough system for our temporal divisions. I quite like that system. It is quite strong. Is there anything else you guys can see that might be better with a slight change? If you don't see it now, you can obviously leave it in the Discord. But, yeah, I cannot think of anything. Excuse me for a sec. Just scrolled over to my cookie clicker thing as a golden cookie had popped up. So I cannot see any of your chats until... There we go. Okay, I can see your chats again. So we only have... Yes, I know. Cookie clicker, what a scrub. Anyway... I gotta stop with these self-deprecating jokes. I think that is good for temporal divisions. We do have a few minutes left in the hour. I could... The villager's schedule system would be based largely off of this. No? Ah, shoot. Now we gotta figure out how exactly the micro units work into the other micro units we've decided. Well, it doesn't have to be exact, because even our thing isn't exact. Dusk and dawn are what, like a few minutes out of an hour? So we can figure that out next time, I guess. But I don't want to leave just yet, so why don't I... One sec. Bluetooth. There's Bluetooth. I think... I will keep the stream going until I die in Dead Cells. Just gotta remember how to... Okay, so... Pairing, connect. Tonal language is a great way to go for languages, as there are a lot of options one can do. I will say that if you're planning a tonal language, decide what type of tones you are using for first, as that is highly important, because if you're having contour tones like that in Chinese and whatnot, then you're going to have a very different structure of your words, morphology, than if you did non-contour tones, as in Japanese or some African languages like Yoruba. So, I'll keep the stream going until I die in Dead Cells. Tell me if you cannot hear the game's sounds, and I'll try to adjust them. Yeah. Oh, already had a run going. Don't know why I canceled that run, but... Oh, is it loud? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Let me try... That should be better. Tell me if it's still really loud and I'll try turning it down some more. Okay, I prefer going red. Green survival builds are not my style. There we go. Oh god, that's not even for me. Woohoo! I don't know why, but I'm usually not this good at this game. I would have been hit by now. So it's midweek. What has everyone been doing during this week so far? You guys are still there, right? YouTube isn't lying to me about my number of viewers right now. Oh god, streaming this is quite laggy. Oh, you're not here? Oh, well, missed my chance to say goodbye to you then, Cat. How rude. Every time I see your profile or PFP, I always think you're another friend of mine on my Discord server who uses the default Discord green PFP. And every time I see a green PFP now, I just think it's him. The best part is I went and found a PFP online for him that matched his username, and he didn't take it, despite saying himself that he mistakes other green PFPs as his own. Love you, Cactus, if you're watching. Is that too high? That was too high. Yes, I will take you. Oh. See ya, Maddie. Assuming you'll be here on Friday. Gosh! I blame Maddie for that. Maddie distracted me. Now I will not take the spike sword. I wonder how Apple Stripes is doing. He hasn't appeared on one of the streams in a while. That was bad. Ugh. That was painful. Okay, I think there was... I had food over here. Eat. And then... probably best to go toxic sewers, as always. How long do you guys bet before I die? Will I make it to the first mini-boss? Will I make it to the second? Or am I just gonna actually beat the game for once? Actually, how many of you guys know Dead Cells? As in played it, not just heard about it. $10 late. Yeah, I'm not gonna take that long. Do not worry. I'm not gonna say one more. Though I have done that before. But I will not hold you guys hostage like that. Ah, well, it's a roguelike that has a very high difficulty curve, in that it's easy to learn, but a pain in the ass to master. Gosh. I hate these guys so much. They always stay just out of reach. So if you've played Bloodborne or did a high dex build in... there we go. High dex build in playing Dark Souls, then the combat is very similar to that, and it's very fast-paced with a lot of enemies coming at you all at once. Okay, that is infected food. I'll take it. Kill that guy. Oof. The stream is creating some lag for me. It's usually not this bad. Gosh. Not the best weapon for this environment. Slow breaths. Deep breaths. Okay, I might be dying soon. Any manga I've read recently? I have a few that I'm reading that are currently being published, but I can't think of them. I am reading Eden Zero as it's coming out. No, Actually, I haven't read it in a few weeks, so I've missed a few updates. I've been keeping track of Kaiju number 8, which one of those manga great beginning has kind of died out as the author obviously didn't believe they'd ever make it this far. Ah, I'm dead. But any others I've been reading? I've been reading a few manhwa, like... I can't remember the name of that either. This is a problem. Okay. Well, there is... Yeah, Oof is right. That created quite a bit of lag though while streaming. Yeah, if you want to see the games I've played, these are the 3 that I've actually really spent time on. I like brutal difficulty for some reason. But anyway, manga that I've read, or I've been reading, updates. Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest, because I always, for some reason, enjoyed Fairy Tail. I've been meaning to read Kingdom again. The IPA is great, though I really dislike IPA in general. And the IPA as a group is terrible. Oh wait, there are multiple things with the term IPA. Not just the International Phonetic Alphabet. What other things have I been reading? I've read Solo Leveling, which says a lot about me. Oh, he has a recommendation for you on... If you go to MangaDex... Exactly, they are a terrible, terrible group. Anyway, if you... Oh, God. That's, I was not expecting that. I obviously have my logged out because I usually have filters on. One sec. Can't see you guys as I brought my thing over. Oh god, that's gonna be some completely degenerate thing, isn't it? Yes, I have heard about that. That is... Okay. This little thing, it's not a big series, just a few chapters released every now and then that I've really enjoyed. So if you want a nice little recommendation for a manga to read, I highly recommend this. And then I am not looking it up again to get the right title. That is, no. I think I'm already teetering on if my stream can still be monetized after that. If you want to support me, go to my Patreon. That way I can continue doing this even if I get fully demonetized by YouTube by looking up manga titles. Thank you for that, cat. But we are 10 minutes overtime. So I think I will call it there today. We will continue on Monday. Why did you drop it? It's such a nice little story. I really do like Allegra font as well. I'm trying to find if it's open source though, because I do not know if it's open source. Because if it is, I really want to go in and expand it to include the IPA. Because it doesn't cover the IPA, which annoys me. Anyway, I'm getting distracted again. On Monday, we will continue with temporal division, specifically trying to map out how this works and creating terms and words for all of this stuff. And on Friday, as usual, I will be playing Minecraft and starting the subjugation of the villager people as is the Minecraft way. I also use EB Garamond often, or I also use Noto Sans. Oh, what's the? It's not EB Garamond. That's the other one. It's a font I have installed in my system. I mean, they are high schoolers. They probably don't understand how they feel themselves. I mean, if you remember back to high school, being a teenager, pretty sure all of us were terrible at communicating, especially with ourselves and especially with other people. So I think it's capturing that quite well, and recently they have gotten much better at communicating with each other. So, Adobe, Arabic, Allegria, Amiri, Brill. Brill is a great font for IPA stuff, as it basically covers everything. Now, it's not the prettiest, but it's the most consistent. So if you need a good IPA font, aside from EB Garamond, I highly recommend Brill. What other fonts do I have installed on here? I keep forgetting. Mongolian Writing. I don't think I've heard of Kelvnich. Hentai Ghana. That wasn't Hiragana. That was Hentai Ghana. Free Serif is pretty good, yeah. I'm getting distracted again. Guys, I'm meant to be ending my stream. Okay. I will probably see you guys on Friday or Monday or whenever you feel free to join my stream again. I do have a script in the works about Hentai Ghana and the history of Kana in Japan in general. So look forward to that. And I will see you guys all next time. Stop distracting me.